Hey guys, I am going to do this little video for you where I show you the differences between Nara paper and yupo paper and how different the ink reacts on these two types of paper. Many comments from people who've watched some of my other videos where I do the fades and the wispy stuff, and they've told me, you know, my ink doesn't react like yours does. I can't do the same thing. And what usually happens is that because you're using yupo or a different brand sort of like this, and I am doing it on Nara. And so I wanted to show you how big a difference there actually is on these two types of paper. So I'm just going to do a little quick demonstration. Now this is the Nara paper, and this is the yupo. And I'm going to be using this one, Ranger Eggplant. Really cool color. Now the big difference already starts when I add just one drop of ink. This is on the Nara paper, and this is on the yupo. Now you can see on the Nara paper, it just stays in that little puddle where I put it down. And on the yupo, it is spreading out. The difference is humongous. So I'm going to add a little isopropyl to show you what then happens. Here we go. I'm going to be a little noisy when I blow this out. I apologize. Just add a little more iso. There we go. I got a weird little hole in there. That was quite impressive. Now I want you to see what happens when I add the iso on the yupo paper. Now you can see it just basically stays where it is, and there's starting to be this sort of little pink edge. You can see it turning pink right here. I'm going to dry this quickly too. You can see the difference is humongous, I think is the word. On this one, I got a funny little shape on this one, but the color basically just stays the same. It's this sort of bluish purple, right? That is on the Nara paper, and this is the yupo paper. It looks very different. First of all, and that is what I like the least about this, is that big blue humongous stain where I initially put the ink down. And you can also see it's kind of purple here, and then it's blue, and there's a little pink in here too. That is how differently these two types of papers react. This happens on the yupo because even though it is meant for alcohol inks and it's meant to stay on the surface and not absorb, it does actually absorb into the paper. And that is why you get that really big stain. That does not happen on this one. On yupo, many colors will change into other colors. They pretty much don't do that on the Nara paper. I mean, this could not look any more different. And I think this is why, if you have tried to do some of the stuff from my other videos and you feel like it's not happening for you, maybe it is because of the paper that you're using. On Nara paper, you can use this for anything. I can't really find anything about the Nara that I do not like. The yupo, stuff I like and stuff I don't like. And here's why. If you want to do sort of fades, you want to do wispy where you blow it out, you will have these stains. There's nothing you can do about it. So it doesn't really look quite as good. That will not happen on this. So for wispy and fades, I do not use the yupo paper. The yupo paper is really good if you are doing pieces with a lot of ink and a lot of color, heavy color, or you're doing stuff where you're filling out the whole piece, because you will often sort of cover up the stains. So it doesn't really matter if you're painting on with a brush. Many people do little landscapes and stuff. The staining doesn't really matter, you won't see it. So for stuff like that where you sort of use a lot of color and fill out the paper, yupo is perfect. If you want to do the wispy stuff, Nara is 10 times better. And also if you want the colors to stay as they are, Nara is the one. The colors change on the yupo sometimes. That doesn't have to be a bad thing. You can make that work for you. I've seen many pieces where you get these sort of, like this is purple and I got blue and I got pink on it, but that can actually work for you and make your piece so much more interesting, because one color turns into many other colors. So it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I'm just going to show you the last cool thing about this. On the Nara paper, you can completely remove everything. I'm just adding some iso, clean paper towel, and I'm just going to rub it off. Add a little more iso. Look at that. It's completely wiped off. There is nothing left. You cannot do this on the yupo paper. This is what it looks like when you try to remove it. Humongous difference. So much stain left on this, and you cannot get it out. It is impossible. So that is another reason why I prefer Nara paper, because you start a piece, you don't like it, you wipe it off. You waste some iso, but you don't waste the paper, because you can just reuse it so many times. I have a lot more waste with yupo paper. I do something I don't like, it looks like this, I throw it out. So I think Nara is more expensive, but there is less waste. So I am definitely a fan of Nara paper, and it is basically all I use now. Yupo paper is good, but not for all things. If you do cover it up a lot, really, really good. If you do wispy stuff and you can see all the stains, not so good. So that was just a quick little video on the big differences between these two types of paper. And I just want to say, I'm talking up Nara paper a lot. I'm not advertising for them. I'm not getting paid or anything. I just want you to know there's no like hidden advertisement in this. I am simply just a massive fan of the Nara paper. So I hope this might explain to some of you why you might have trouble doing some of this stuff from my videos, because we might be using different types of paper and the ink will react so very different. So that was it really. Just a little comparison of papers. I hope some find it useful. And I will be back really soon with a new video. I got some stuff happening, and so if you don't want to miss them, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you soon. Thank you. Bye.